Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Miss Shufiah and fellow friends. Today our group will present the topic of gender diversity in the workplace. Before we start with our presentation, we would like to introduce ourselves first. Hello, my name is Nursyahira Binti Hairudin. My last metric number is F2066. I am a presenter number 1.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Fitri Binti Yahya. My last metric number is F2078. I am a presenter number 2.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal bin Suhaimi. My last metric number is F2068 and I am presenter 3.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syukri bin Atari. My number metric is 2062.
Okay, first introduction. Gender is referred to socially constructed roles, behavior, activities and attributes. The terms man is masculine and woman is feminine. Next, I will explain about factors that boost gender equality in the workplace. So first, board leadership. It means a diverse leadership team that sets, shares and measure equality targets openly. Second is comprehensive action. Policies and practice that are family-friendly, support both genders and are bias-free in attracting and retaining people. Lastly, empowering environment. One that trusts employees, respects individuals and offers freedom to be creative and to train and work flexibly.
Today, I will present about a few of causes of gender inequality. First is lack of employment equality. For example, only 6 countries in the world give women the same legal work right as men. In fact, most economists give women only 3/4 the right of men. Studies show that if employment becomes a more even playing field, it has a positive domino effect on other areas prone to gender inequality. Second is uneven access to education. As example, around the world, women still have less access to education than men. 1/4 of young women between 50 to 24 will not finish primary school. That group make up 58% of the people not completing the basic education. Of all the illiterate people in the world, 2/3 are women when girls are not educated on the same level as boys. It has a hard effect on their future and the kinds of opportunities they will get. The third is job segregation. One of the causes for gender inequality within employment is the division of jobs. In most societies, there's an inherent belief that men are simply better equipped to handle certain jobs. Fourth is lack of legal protection. Over 1 billion women don't have a legal protection against domestic sexual violence or domestic economic violence. Both have a significant impact of women's ability to thrive and live in freedom. In many countries, there are also a lack of legal protection against harassment in the workplace, at school and in public. I will present about benefit of gender in workplace. First is a wider talent pool. Companies that don't encourage women to join them are missing out of the talents and abilities of half the tapping into this can make a huge difference to your productivity and your bottom line. Second is different perspective. Having both women and men in your teams means you benefit from the different point of view and approaches that come from different life experience. Third is enhanced collaboration. Having women on teams can help improve team processes and boost group collaboration. Researchers have observed that women have stronger skill reading non-verbal cues. They also conclude that groups with more women were better at taking turns in conversations, which help them make the most of the group's combined knowledge and skill.
Hi, my name is Daniel. Now I want to explain to you what is strategy to overcome gender diversity. In this, we have 5 of ways. That is, first is to be transparent. Means you need to communicate this openly and honestly with your workforce and explain the tangible process you plan to. For an example, you are taking as employer to close the gender pay gap between women and men with clear target and milestone. The second was implement gender neutral recruitment process. I will explain about it. On another word, such as collaborative and cooperative, tend to attract more women and men in one work. Number 3 is provide training on unconscious bias. Number 3 is to educate employees about their own unconscious bias. Is to educate the employee about their unconscious bias, such as this not actually guarantee their attitude will change, but it does help the employee to understand their bias and to work toward eliminating them. Number 4 is have a clear policy on discrimination. A Unilever study found that women and men struggle to acknowledge gender discrimination and inappropriate behavior, most likely a sexual harassment in the workplace. By setting up a policy discrimination to ensure the employee with a policy discrimination to ensure the employee have a proper way to comment or report on inappropriate treatment in the workplace and implement a severe penalty for the sexual harassment and discrimination in the workplace. Number 5, promote a culture of meritocracy. This is to promote a culture where the great idea come from all levels, such as gender and race, and all voices are welcome and respect around the table. So the company can play as a vital role in eliminating gender bias in the workplace from now on. Now, I'm gonna explain to you the way to encourage gender diversity in the workplace. The first one is set up a mentoring scheme. This is to boosting their confidence of the new employee and helping them to realize their full potential. Number 2, make a recruitment process more inclusive. This is to ensure that employer evaluate candidates' application based purely on their skills and experience without letting the unconscious bias influence their decision. For number 3 is offer a flexible working. This is for the person is unability such as OKU or woman with a children. Its flexible working can prove the vital keeping the career momentum and progressing up the corporate ladder. Number 4 is improve transparency around pay. The gender gap pay remain an issue around the globe. In the World Economic Forum estimate that it take more than 100 years to close it to the worldwide. However, there are a number of things that employer can do to bridge the gap within their company. That's all from me. Go to the next presenter.
Today I want to present about how to create a gender inclusive workplace. Number 1, a commitment to gender inclusivity in hiring and promotion process is making commitment to inclusivity outwardly apparent on your hiring and page in itself. It means drawing a more diverse pool of applicants to apply. When candidates see your commitment to inclusivity, they want to be a part of culture. Be aware of gender language and practice. Just like gender language in job description can send the wrong message, gender language in internet communications and newsletter and marketing material can do the same. Be careful to stay clear of words of phrases that have gender connotation like aggressive or chatty. Number 3, make up commitment to gender inclusive culture with inclusive facilities. Provide space to raise spreadly to facilitate workers of different genders. Make sanitary products and install trash receptacle available in all gender restrooms. Advantage of diversity in the workplace. Number 1, companies have access to more talent. When diversity in the workplace is a top priority for an organization, then supervisor and hiring managers can expand their applicant as secondary processes to include more people. The top priority in the hiring process focuses on the talent and skill of the individual, and then how that person can fit into the team. Number 2, it is a way to increase the creativity of an entire team. Having different perspectives can create conflict at times, but the unique interpretation of life that each person brings is invaluable to the employer and team. The need to create change or embrace difference is what leads to an environment that encourages innovation. Number 3, diversity in the workplace exposes societal bias. Bias is what destroys diversity in the workplace before it can establish itself. Hiring managers tend to bring men on more than women, even if the qualification of each candidate are equal. Women were preferred over the male counterparts when gender was not part of the hiring process. Number 4, customers are attracted to the diversity in the workplace. Over 50% employees say that their company has the right amount of diversity or that their teams should try to become more unique. Although it can be challenging to share a workplace environment with someone who is uniquely different, the advantage typically outweigh the problems with which can develop over time. Disadvantage of diversity in the workplace. Number 1, hiring managers focus on leadership qualities too often. Diversity in the workplace seeks out experts who excel in their chosen career, job function and team environment. The goal is to create a series of strengths that allows everyone to grow over time. They are all advantage, but it can become a problem if hiring managers are bringing in people who all want to be in change, to be in charge. Competition can be healthy, but it can also be dangerous when it spirals out of control. Number two, diversity in the workplace can create too many opinions. When hiring managers focus on diversity, then they are creating a series of differing opinions that can make it easier to find the right journey to take for forward process. There are also times when the sheer numbers of available opinion can, can create problem for the organization. When everyone gets a chance to be heard, then the speed of a project can slow down just as quickly as it can increase. Number three, diversity in the workplace can create communication problems. People from different cultures may not speak the same language as their primary communication option. Hiring people from different areas can provide unique perspective, but it can also cause issues with how coworkers speak with one another, even when the same language is spoken. There can be difference in the meaning of cultural words or understanding problems that can create conversation in the workplace. Number four, complaint levels often rise with a diversity initiative. There tends to be more conflict between individual team members in a diverse environment when compared to one where most people come from the same perspective. Thank you.
The conclusion is achieving gender equality is important for the workplace, not only because it is fair, but because it is also linked to a country's overall economic performance. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention.